Hi there, Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states, and continuing the How to Buy an Annuity series that we've been doing. It's ultra popular. People love it. No, it's not making you buy an annuity. It's if you're considering it's how to buy it. What are the questions you need to ask, etc. What we're going to talk about today is how much money do you need? Now, the annuity gods, and there are annuity gods. There's Greek gods. I guess there's the real God, and there's annuity gods. And the annuity gods' answer to that is, as much as humanly possible. No, that's not the answer, okay? We're going to go over how much money do you need from the standpoint of minimums, as they say, and also to how the annuity industry looks upon that question as well from a legal standpoint. So we'll do that and go over those details for you, but not until I hear music. Okay, so how much money do you need? That's kind of a loaded question, because how much money do you need from the standpoint of how much money do you need to work with the annuity man, the minimum, and then how much money you need, like if you need to put in an income floor or if you need to fill in a gap for income, etc. So let's talk about how much money you need from the standpoint of a minimum. With theannuityman.com, our minimum is $20,000 to open an annuity account, annuity type, regardless of the type. All right, but that doesn't mean you need to buy an annuity. It also doesn't mean you need to do the minimum. That's just our minimum for a lot of reasons. But you need to go a little bit deeper than that, is going through should you even own an annuity? And through these How to Buy an Annuity series, I'm going over all those questions. I've done those videos, etc. So $20,000 is the minimum. But when we talk one-on-one, we're going to talk about your specific goals and your specific needs and how to solve them contractually. Typically, the $20,000 question comes up with us with multi-year guarantee annuity contracts, which are the annuity industry's version of a CD. It's a fixed annuity rate. It's an annual yield for a specific period of time. And a lot of people say, well, how much money do I need to buy one of these CD-type fixed rate products? And that's typically the question we get, and it's $20,000. But let's go the other way. Let's go, how much money do you need? Well, I have a rule about annuity purchasing. And the annuity gods, once again, hate it when I say this, but you should use as little amount of money as humanly possible to solve for the contractual goal. And if that means reverse engineering the quote, and on our calculators, you can go to our calculators and you can reverse engineer the quote, meaning that you can put in the amount of income that you need and when you need it to start, and then we'll quote all carriers and show all of the carriers and the least amount of money needed to back up that contractual guarantee. Let me give you an example. I got a call the other day. Actually, it was a scheduled call, so I called the person and I said, okay, tell me what you're trying to do. Ask the two questions: what do you want the money to contractually do? When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? They needed income. They needed to start immediately, so we're at immediate annuities. That's the solution. But then I went one step further. I said, okay, are you thinking lump sum? Like, what's this lump sum going to create? Or do you need a specific income amount? And they needed a specific income amount to start right now. And it was like $1,275 for him and his spouse. And they wanted to make sure that the kids got any leftover money. So we ran it joint life with cash refund and joint life with installment refund, which guarantees contractually that any unused money will go to the beneficiaries, and the annuity company doesn't keep a penny under any circumstance, even they're on the hook to pay that amount. So what we did is we just reverse engineered that quote, and I said, okay, here's exactly the amount of money needed. And he was happy about that, because he goes, I was thinking I was going to have to put more money in, and so we used a little amount of money to solve for that contractual goal. And I just said, hey, go invest the rest, do your thing, because what you're going to find out when you do that type of planning and you have the income floor in place, and the income floor could be Social Security, a pension if you're so fortunate, dividends, real estate type income, and then a lifetime income stream with an annuity, you're going to be a better investor because that income floor is in place. So how much money do you need? When it comes to income, you need to just say, we need this amount of income, and we need it to start at this specific period of time. Not all people have that in their mind. A lot of people say, well, I'm thinking about how much would a $100,000 annuity, lifetime income, single premium immediate annuity pay? Then we're going to quote it based on your state of residence and your date of birth or dates of birth if it's joint life. And remember, life expectancy drives the pricing train. Interest rates play a secondary role. But here's another version of how much money do you need. And this is coming from the annuity industry. How much money do you need? And a lot of people aren't aware of this. Even people in the business aren't aware of this. And I've had calls. In fact, I got one last week from an agent advisor, and he was questioning this rule. And I said, no, it's actually a fact that the annuity industry really does not want you to put more than 50% of your assets, investable assets, into an annuity or annuities, encompassing of all types. So 50%. Now, can you go a little bit more than that? Yes, we can make a case with the annuity company, but they really like to see no more than 50%. That doesn't mean you have to put 50% of what you have in annuities, but once you get up to that line, then we're going to have a conversation. Okay, tell me again what we're trying to solve for. And when we fill out the application and we put all of your stuff down, it's confidential, et cetera, and it goes to the annuity carrier, they're going to look at what you have, and they're going to kind of look at that 50% rule. And if it's way above that, which it won't be for us, but if you use, like your brother-in-law sold you an annuity and he tried to put 75% of your assets into annuity, they're going to red flag it and probably not approve that transaction. And the only way that an agent or advisor can get that through is if they mess around with the application and don't fill it out properly. So be careful there. But just, from the standpoint of how much money do you need, $20,000 is our minimum to open an annuity of any type. But I think it's bigger than that. I think for how much money do you need, typically from a lifetime income standpoint, you got to answer the question, when do you want that income to start, and how much of income do you need at that specific period of time to start? Okay. Now the annuity industry, they come back in and they say, well, we really don't like more than 50% of your investable assets used in annuities in general, which is, a lot of people go, really? Yeah, I think that's right. From just being suitable and appropriate, you don't want all your eggs in one basket. You don't want everything in annuities. And I had a call the other day, which was interesting. And the gentleman he had been sold a bunch of annuities by somebody else, but he's starting to use us. And I said, well, I'm not sure that we can sell you another one because he was above the 50%. I don't know how he got there, but he was above that 50% of his investable assets. And I said, I just don't think it's right for you to buy anymore. But he wanted to buy more. And the annuity guys were yelling at me to sell him more. It just can't do it, period. So, how much money do you need? It's a loaded question, but it's also a question that when you get to that point of asking that's the time that we need to talk. You need to go to theannuityman.com, schedule a one-on-one 30-minute block appointment where it's just going to be me and you talking about your specific situation. And you have to understand, you probably caught this already. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you if you don't need an annuity. I'm going to tell you if I think you're putting too much money into an annuity. I'm going to try to figure out how to use as little amount of money as possible to solve the contractual goal. And I want you to feel comfortable with that. But you can't put all your eggs in one basket. You can't put all your eggs in annuities, and you shouldn't. All right, so how much money do you need? I think we covered that, $20,000 minimum, or reverse engineer the quote for your income needs. Want to let you know that these books, these annuity owners manuals that I've written, I will send them to you for free, and under no obligation, we will ship them in a gold full package that looks like Willy Wonka delivered it to your door. It'll be fantastic. But I do encourage you to get these at theannuityman.com, where you can also use our proprietary calculators, see our live feed of the best MIGA rates, etc. But I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man video. Hey, before that, hit the subscribe button. See you soon.